Artificial intelligence and cryptocurrency have teamed up to become the new popular trend in technology and finance. This combination of AI and cryptocurrency has the potential to greatly improve the industry by solving issues that have caused problems in the past and making the market more efficient and profitable. However, there are still difficulties that need to be overcome before most people start using them. Even though it's still early and the future of AI-powered cryptocurrency investigating is already happening and growing, investors are paying attention to this development, like how Microsoft made a deal worth $10 billion with AI creators, and Google is buying all startups that include AI. Plus, more and more people are using cryptocurrency in the world's economy. With AI and crypto working together, the future looks bright for those willing to embrace this exciting new trend. And today's video gives you the top 3 AI altcoins with 100x potential. So please sit back, grab a cup of coffee, and let's dive into the world of AI and cryptocurrency. Coming in at number 1, SingularityNET. With a market cap of $480 million, SingularityNET is a leading decentralized AI marketplace that embraces blockchain technology. The platform aims to develop artificial general intelligence, in other words, AGI. AGI differs from the traditional AI. It has the capability to perform any intellectual task a human can. The platform decentralizes AI through blockchain technology, creating a fair distribution of power, value, and technology. SingularityNET focuses on creating a beneficial AI network that makes the world more compassionate, just, and sustainable. They strive to create a foundation for the emergence of decentralized human-level intelligence. To achieve this mission, the platform utilizes artificial intelligence, AI domain-specific language, DCL, and the AGI token tools. SingularityNET is unique as it allows developers to sell their AI tools and libraries while enabling buyers to test any AI services provided on the marketplace. Before making any payments, customers needing specific AI services can also tap into the extensive community of AI specialists through the Request of AI portal. Developers can earn AGI tokens by filling out these requests. The AGI token is used throughout the platform for transactions, management, and decentralized community governance. AGI holders participate in increasing levels of governance decision-making within the SingularityNET ecosystem. Recently, the Cardano community voted to set aside $500,000 worth of ADA tokens to fund AI projects that deepen the partnership between SingularityNET and Cardano. Additionally, SingularityNET has collaborated with Hanson Robotics to create Awakening Health, which develops AI products for healthcare purposes, including Race, a humanoid assistant for the healthcare industry. The AGI tokens work across multiple blockchains like Cardano and Ethereum, and 5% of tokens from SingularityNET tokenized spin-off projects are airdropped to AGI token holders. Coming at number 2, Fetch.ai. Fetch.ai is an AI project that launched in 2017, intending to build an open, permissionless, decentralized machine learning network for the crypto economy. The company democratizes access to AI technology by allowing anyone to connect and access secure datasets by using autonomous AI to execute tasks that leverages global data network. The platform's use cases include optimizing DeFi, trading services, transportation networks, smart energy grids, travel, and any complex digital system that relies on large-scale datasets. Fetch.ai's utility token, FET, plays a vital role in the platform's smart contracts. By using FET, users can build up and deploy their own digital twins on the network, and Fetch.ai has a market cap of $345 million, so it definitely has room to grow. Developers can also access machine learning-based utilities to train autonomous digital twins and deploy collective intelligence on the network by paying with FET token. Validation nodes are enabled by staking FET tokens, which facilitate network validation and reputation. The Fetch.ai technology stack has 4 distinct elements, including a digital twin framework, the open economic framework, the digital twin metropolis, and the Fetch.ai blockchain. The platform's core components include the learner, the global market, the Fetch.ai blockchain, and the decentralized data layer based on the IPFS, which enables the sharing of machine learning weights between all learners involved. And last but not least, the Big Data Protocol. Big Data Protocol is a decentralized finance protocol on the Ethereum blockchain that focuses on tokenizing data, which replaces sensitive data like credit card numbers with a substitute value called a token and makes it a tradable asset. The protocol launched in March 2021 and partnered with alternative data provider Ames Insights to tokenize data into a tokenized dataset called B-Alpha. Users can earn B-Alpha by being a liquidity provider for the B-Alpha/Ethereum or BDP/ETH trading pairs on Uniswap, which is a decentralized exchange, and B-Alpha can be redeemed for datasets. And recently, BDP announced a partnership with the web scraper Diffbot to use their algorithms and artificial intelligence to improve the accuracy of their databases, which may have contributed to the token's price increase. The concept of tokenizing data is intriguing, and the Big Data Protocol is proving to be a viable solution in the Web3 space. With a market cap of $9 million, Big Data Protocol has a huge room for growth. And to sum everything up, AI and crypto are two powerful technologies that have the potential to change the world of finance and technology for the better. With the increasing popularity of crypto and investments from major companies like Microsoft, Facebook, and Google, it's clear that AI-powered crypto investing is the way of the future. By investing in these free AI altcoins, you have the opportunity to secure your financial future and potentially become a millionaire. So don't wait. Embrace this exciting new trend today, but keep in mind that it's crucial for you to do your own research before making any investment decisions. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.